I was always told that I could have been a preacher back in my Christian days. And, I always contemplated it, not ever being a Christian preacher, because that just never really set right with my spirit. However, I will be preaching to the hoes, all right? I'm preaching to the sluts. I'm preaching to the whores. I'm preaching to the Jezebels. All of that, okay? Because they need this good gospel too. And I'm here to give it to you. And I'm very excited to be able to give it to you. It takes a special type of woman to pour into your sensual, sexual side, because most women don't even want to touch that. They're scared, for whatever reason, to tap into their sensuality. But what I want you to understand is that when you tap into your sensuality, that is when you really embrace your full potential. You will see what you are able to create because you are thriving in pleasure, and not just sexual pleasure, although that is quite rewarding, sis. All right, very rewarding, and I'm proud to finally know what that's like. And I want to get y'all there. I can't keep all of this energy to myself, okay? Y'all gotta get some of this, because I can't do everything, okay? In my head I can, but I can't do everything. So I need y'all to pick up the motherfucking reins, okay? It's time. It's time for you to step into your full power, so that we're able to collectively overthrow the things that do not serve us anymore. It's time. We don't have time to keep watching the world burn and it not be rebuilt in a way that serves us. So it is time, and here in this sanctuary, you will more than likely set your world on fire to be able to create a world that you are comfortable in, that you thrive in, because you deserve that. You really do deserve to have a life that you desire, that you crave, that you wake up every day and you're excited to be able to do whatever it is that you want to do. And I'm here to help you as your goddess guide, as the curator of this sanctuary. We preaching the gospel to the goddesses, to the sexy women, to the sluts, to the hoes, to the whores. Listen, because y'all always have my love. You will always get your recognition from me, okay? And we're gonna get the motherfucking thing right. We getting right, and that in turn is going to make everything right within our world. So if you are ready to set your world ablaze, so that you are able to create a world that you don't feel like you have to escape from, you can follow me and you can subscribe to this channel, The Serpent Sanctuary. I'm happy to have you, and I am here, open arms, ready to embrace you. So I just wanted to cover why exactly I named my sanctuary The Serpent Sanctuary. So when I think about divine feminine energy, I think about so many things come to mind, but when I think about the serpent, a lot of people don't know this, and they believe that divine feminine energy, and sometimes I don't even like using a divine feminine energy, because there is divinity in everything if you understand what divinity actually is. Feminine energy in general, contrary to popular belief, is very complex. It is not all love and light. It is chaos and destruction if not taken care of properly. It is mysterious. It is dark. It could be evil. And that's why so many people try to diminish it, because they understand the darkness of feminine energy. But I believe in order to have a healthy balance, you need to learn how to integrate your light and your dark energy, if that makes sense. So when I think about serpents, snakes are, I would say, one of the most beautiful creatures on this planet. They're beautiful, yet they are scary, and they're intimidating, and their energy is extremely captivating. You engulf yourself in that energy, you will really begin to understand what it's like to be a goddess. I think about Lilith all the time when I think about my sanctuary, and how Lilith was demonized, outcasted by Adam, God, quote unquote. I say that very loosely because this story is very it is very complex. But in short terms, because Lilith desired to be her own person, to not submit to energy that was not worth submitting to, because she wanted to be free, she is always looked at as the devil energy in feminine form. And how unfortunate it has been for women like myself and many women that I know. So many of us are put into boxes of what we are told to be, and we're not given enough room to figure out who we want to be. Sometimes who we want to be does not fit society's standards, but that doesn't mean that we don't deserve love. That doesn't mean that we don't deserve respect. That does not mean that we don't deserve to be cared for. But oftentimes women, if we are not following a certain standard, if we're not dressing a certain way, if we don't look a certain way, we are cast to the side. And I want this sanctuary to be a place where the women who were cast aside, or they were discarded or abused, not utilized correctly, I want this to be a space where they can rejuvenate themselves, where they can heal with other like-minded women, where they can learn to love themselves and their sisters more, because we need that. We truly do need that. So it's the reason why that the sanctuary is named the way that it is. My vision for this sanctuary is to continuously build on the foundation of peace, love, safety, and when it comes down to it, destruction. Because it is time for us to stop tiptoeing around these bullshit ass ideologies that have been programmed to us. It is okay for us to be sensual, sexy, spiritual, caring, loving, so many things. the taboos, especially for me as a mother. I received a lot of support, but I also received a lot of backlash for me deciding that I deserve to feel good in my body. I deserve to look good. I deserve to feel good. And for some strange reason, people do not believe that mothers are supposed to be sexy, even though we had sex to have these children. So at some point we had to have been sexy, right? In order for us to get these children. So why is it that after we have them, we for some reason lose sight of our sexiness, or we're told we need to cover up, or we don't need to dress a certain way, we don't need to act a certain way, we can't do certain jobs, we are just X'd out of society. But as long as you're taking care of the children, you're sitting home with the children, you're good. So we're breaking out of that. And I want to be a part of that revolution because mothers deserve to have their bodies back. Women deserve to have their bodies back, and claiming our beings as our own. They don't belong to anybody else. Just because I've had a child, that does not mean that my body belongs to my child. My body still belongs to me. And because I've had a daughter, this makes this mission even more important, because I don't want her growing up ever feeling like she's not confident, like she's not worthy. I don't want her growing up not loving herself. But I realized that started with me. I needed to feel worthy. I needed to love myself. I needed to care for myself. And she needs to be able to see that, because she is a reflection of me. Any mother who truly understands that knows that their children are a reflection of them. So if you are wanting to create better reflections in this world, then it starts with you. So that is all that I have for the moment. Like I said, we're going to be discussing a lot of different topics on this channel, and I'm very excited to dive deep into the topics, reactions, all of that shit. You know, I'm excited. I'm very excited. So without further ado, welcome to the sanctuary. I'm very excited to have you. Thank you for subscribing to my channel, and thank you for choosing yourself to heal, to grow, to love, to care, not only for yourself, but for your sisters, for the community, for the children in your community, your children. I'm excited. So, signing off. I appreciate you so very much. And as always, you know what I like to say: peace, love, and prosperity. And I will talk with you all soon.